Hey guys, sorry that I have to keep you waiting because I haven't been uploading lately and I want to tell you something. What are the greatest things that you can do when finding old cars locked up in barns? Well, today we are going to find out as I uncovered the top 10 list of epic barn find cars. Starting off with number 10 is Bentley. One of the cars that has ever been found in barns is likely a Bentley, one of the rarest cars in the world to be found in a barn. And this is actually on the number 10 spot because a Bentley is quite rare to find in this type of country. Number 9, Dodge Charger. Another barn find that is not likely, but it's yet one of the most iconic barn finds in the world. In 1969, Dodge Charger RT was also found to be abandoned and locked up in a barn. It's likely that barn find cars are likely found in barns due to the fact that most cars are likely locked up in barns and never taken out on the road for almost a decade or a year. In fact, they don't make cars like they usually do back then. And in fact, the Dodge Charger barn find is definitely one of the most iconic barn finds. Number 8, Dodge Charger Daytona. So we got a second Dodge Charger in the barn find list, and it is the Charger Daytona, featuring the legendary hemispherical 426 engine. This former NASCAR retired a long year ago when it was replaced by the Superbird and the Roadrunner in 1970. The Dodge Charger Daytona was actually a stock racing car version of the legendary 1969 Dodge Charger RT. Number 7, Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang was one of the cars that rarely is found in barns, but I could make an exception of this. And this car shares the number 7 top tier because who knows? Have you ever wondered how a Mustang got into a barn? Well, no one knows because some people say it's rare to find a muscle car find locked up away in a barn. Number 6, BMW 1M. Now, this is not actually the 1M series coupe that you mostly see, but I'm talking about the original 1M race car. The BMW M1 was a race car, or likely a high performance car that was not rarely or usually seen in barns because most American cars are locked away in barns during the 1960s and 70s and later refound in the present era at that time. And car finds locked away in barns is pretty much quite common in America at that time of even this year. Number 5, Chevrolet Camaro Z28. The Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was a muscle car released in 1967 all the way to 1969. Named the Camaro Z28 or Camaro Z28 Super Sport or likely Camaro Super Sport, was one of the cars that was actually found in barns because this classic American muscle car has been around since the 1960s all the way up to the 1970s. However, due to some critics, some people might actually say that the Chevrolet Camaro was actually featured in the movie Transformers due to its popularity and muscular design. Number 4, Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. The GTR Skyline was also one of the cars that can be actually found in barn finds because 25 years later, Japanese cars were later imported to the US if they have US registrations and have the age of approximately 25 years. This would likely be the fact that Japanese cars were now part of the American car culture because American cars and German cars were the only types of vehicles that was sent to America, minus the French cars because they were never seen or even mentioned to be in USA in the first place. Number 3, Honda NSX. The Honda, or simply referred as Acura NSX, is one of the Japanese sports cars of that time, same with the Nissan Skyline that I mentioned. The Acura NSX can be found in the Chicago barns, which is likely one of the cars that was also 25 years imported, same with the Nissan Skyline GTR in the 1990s all the way to 2014. And this is one of the barn finds that is basically almost seen. Number 2, Rolls Royce. The Rolls Royce was also one of the cars that dated onwards to that very year. And this car right here was actually almost found in every single barn in the US, with Canada, North America, even Southern America. But I do not think you would be lucky enough to think twice before even knowing that a car was likely found in barns. And to be honest with you guys, barn finds are likely known to have cars locked away in barns and aged over the past few years when the owners left them to rot away, which is kind of convincing because not only barn find cars are easy to get, but they can also be a collector's dream. And of course, number 1, Land Cruiser J40, also known as the Series 40, is the very first Toyota Land Cruiser to be shipped during the 1960s and 70s to the Philippines. And this mid-sized Toyota Land Cruiser was actually dated after the BJ20 in 1951. The FJ40 was actually a concepted vehicle that basically would later take the inspiration of its FJ Cruiser counterpart, but the FJ Cruiser discontinued in the USA since 2014. But later on, the Land Cruiser lived on to its legacy. This Land Cruiser Series 40 was actually found locked away in a barn for so long, and no one knows exactly why, but people find it odd and interesting to believe because the Land Cruiser is one of the most iconic barn finds to be found in the US, making it perfect for off-road enthusiasts such as myself and for all of you guys. So there you have it, you guys. Those are the top 10 barn finds that you can get in the USA. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Make sure that you go comment, like, and sub to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for more notifications.